From a small town in Italy, to schools in Akron, Ohio, to the seats of power in Washington, she held one of the most influential positions in Northeast Ohio and became one of the most respected and powerful people in setting national monetary policy for the United States. Sandra Pianalto's story is an immigrant story, part of a long line of American success stories when families moved from familiar surroundings and comfortable circumstances, leaving friends and family behind to face a new world where they did not speak the language. For Sandra, it began August 4th, 1954, in a village in the Dolomites mountain range of northern Italy, in Valle del Pasubio in the province of Vicenza, where she was born to Gino and Adele Pianalto. When she was 5 years old, her parents wanted their family to have the opportunities that moving to America would offer. Gino would join his brother in Akron in the construction business. Like many immigrant families, they started life anew, armed only with a strong will to succeed and their Catholic faith. Sandra attended St. Sebastian Elementary School. Her love of learning would become a lifelong choice. When she was in the third grade, it became Sandra's role to assist her parents with their citizenship examination. She read the English, translated to Italian, and learned about the branches of government of the United States. It was from this experience that she traces her desire to have a career in public service. Sandra was inspired in history and mathematics by teachers at St. Vincent High School. After her junior year, Sandra was chosen to attend Girls' State, sponsored by the American Legion, her first taste of public service. She attended the University of Akron, where another teacher persuaded her to try economics, a subject that combined her loves of history and math. Upon graduating from the University of Akron in 1976, Sandra became a research assistant for the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System in Washington. After a short stint on the staff of the House Budget Committee, Sandra returned to Northeast Ohio in 1983, joining the Federal Reserve Bank as an economist. She earned a master's degree from George Washington and studied in the Advanced Management program at Duke. Her career was on a steady course upwards. She was asked to take more responsibilities in a succession of jobs. And in 2003, 20 years after joining the Cleveland Fed, Sandra Pianalto became President and CEO of the Federal Reserve Bank in Cleveland, responsible for Ohio, Western Pennsylvania, Eastern Kentucky, and the Panhandle of West Virginia. In 2004, she took a seat on the Federal Open Market Committee, which, with the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, is the nation's central bank, formulating U.S. monetary policy, regulating member banks, and providing payment services to banks around the country. During her tenure at the Fed in Cleveland, the bank went from processing 11 million paper checks every night to processing 0. She led the initiative to use technology to update banking and make processes more cost-effective. The recession of 2008 was a stunning reversal to the American economy. It was a perfect storm of financial calamities, and Sandra steered the banks of Northeast Ohio through the maelstrom, restoring confidence in the banking system itself and the financial markets. Over the years, she became a credible voice and a caring advocate for the people of Northeast Ohio, understanding that to embrace the jobs of the future, traditions of the past needed to be discarded while employing new technology to make the transition to the 21st century. She was the pipeline to the nation's capital for business leaders here. Her intimate knowledge of the manufacturing legacy of our region informed her actions as a member of the powerful committee, and always her colleagues described her as tireless, dedicated, caring, warm, sincere. At the time of her retirement in 2014, she had the longest tenure of any of the 12 presidents of the Fed banks nationwide. Always active in the region's nonprofits, today she is vice chair of University Hospitals Board, chairs the Women's Leadership Council of the United Way of Greater Cleveland. She was invited to sit on the boards of directors of 2 Fortune 500 companies based in Northeast Ohio, the J.M. Smucker Company and Eaton Corporation. She is an advisory trustee of the University of Akron and holds the First Merit Chair in the College of Business, where she is a guest lecturer on banking. Her public service has been recognized with honorary degrees from Akron, Kent, Baldwin-Wallace, Cleveland State, Ursuline, Notre Dame College, John Carroll, and the University of Toledo. What has always kept her grounded is her family. A sister Rose, who works at the Federal Reserve in Washington, Antonella, a former vice president of American Express, and Jim, project manager at the Rulin Company, along with nieces and nephews. Her principal stress relievers have been cooking Sunday meals for her family, riding her horses Turner and Raffi, and returning to Valle del Vesubio every year. She saw firsthand as a child what her parents endured as immigrants, often not being treated with respect. It cultivated in her a patience for others, a quality of leadership that has served her throughout her career. For one who went to schools in Akron and walked the halls of power with the most influential and important figures in American monetary policy, Sandra Pianalto appreciates what others born here often take for granted: a country with great opportunities that can still be secured through education, hard work, and a devotion to our ideals of citizenship.